A few days ago, me and Obsidian did a series of live streams that were entitled, If You Are a 50-50 Guy, You're a Democrat. And that's pretty much saying that, you're liberal in your views when it comes to taking care of women. You don't really want to be a real man. You're a guy that kind of wants to be your roommate. And that's fine, okay? But at the same time, you're the same guy who wants a beautiful woman to be submissive to you for free. You want to get something that you're not paying for, in other words. And many guys disagree. Few guys like myself agreed with his sentiments. And when we're talking to these brothers, a lot of these guys who are a little bit younger, they don't see the point, man, why should I spend money on her? She should be spending money on me. She lucky she should be getting anything, I'm doing 50-50. She was getting nothing, I got game, I got this. That's the reason to submit. And so, these points that are coming up, I think are vital to the discussion because a lot of guys are thinking like, well, you niggas are old dated. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. It's a new time. But let's peel the back off of all of this. And then let's talk about the women because the women's arguments are much different than these guys, okay? They believe that they should get 100% guy, meaning that a guy's going to come in, pay all, if not the majority of all the bills, give her a great life. It doesn't really matter if she has kids or anything like that. But, she deserves 100-0 guy. And there's a diametrical opposition from what the men think and what the women think. But what we don't want to talk about is who created the 50-50 guy. Where are his origins? Why does he think the way that he does? And see, this is something that we don't want to talk about in the black community, but we need to talk about this because when guys like Obsidian are trying to tell younger guys, or black men in general, hey man, if you want a beautiful, hot woman, you got to pay for it. You got to be a provider. All other groups understand this. But when you talk about that to black men, he has a lot of excuses. Man, cost of living is too much these days. And man, all she going to do is go to somebody else behind my back. I'm not paying 50-50. Well, Obsidian says, well, these guys are broke. That could be a reason. And I won't denounce that. But this mentality comes from an origin. And Ron Wills summed it up best in the article that I'll put below. Black women create the problem that they complain about. And these 50-50 guys, they don't come from two-parent homes. Guys who really think like this. Usually, in my opinion, they don't. That's just me thinking that. 50-50 guys come from single mother homes. Because their mama was doing 100% of the coddling. Their mama was doing 100% of everything else. Dad wasn't there. And see, since mama gave them everything that they want, provided for them everything that they want, when they go to a girlfriend, they feel that they should get everything, if not provide 50-50. These guys have been getting coddled all of their life. And now you think because he's with you, he's automatically supposed to be a provider. And this is the thing that, a lot of black women are talking about these days. They don't want to deal with no nigga like this. They really don't. Well, here's the solution to that. How about you sisters start making it better by not creating 50-50 guys? See, let me tell you this, okay? And I'm not trying to be rude or be mean. We gotta have a serious discussion. If black women, you want your daughters to have good husbands, you want your daughters to have good husbands, you want your daughters to have good providers, you need to look out for your black female community by putting your sons with guys who are providers. You really want to help black women? That's the best way. And see, this is going to get a little controversial. He's picking on the women. See, we can blame 50-50 guys all day because everybody has a choice, right? My mom and dad split up, but my mom was a very coddler too and all that stuff. But see, I had a lot of men in my circle. I had my grandfather. I had an older brother. I had, people at the church. Even if my mom and dad were divorced at the time, I was able to be in a position where I could be around men who were not 50-50 guys. And see, that's the solution. A lot of women complain about these guys that don't want to do 100%, but you spoiling your sons, what kind of guy is he going to become? He's going to be the 50-50 guy that he complains about. And he's going to go out here and be a baby daddy to your best friend's daughter, and the cycle comes on. The situation is providers are something, that kind of mentality, that's something that's learned. Men take pride in that for a good woman, all right? And I saw my dad, even when he was dealing with his issues, he was a provider, still is. Always has been. I learned that from him. I learned it from my grandfather. And so you cannot be a 50-50 guy coming out of a single-parent home. You just can't. But you want 100-0 dudes. Well, and shout out to City when he says this, 100-0 dudes are not coming out of usually single-parent households. It's just not happening. City says all the time, how can you expect a real man to be raised by his mother? And he's absolutely right. Now, I know there's going to be some brothers coming in between. Oh, man, I'm a real man. I'm raised by my mom. Hey, bro, listen, let me tell you this. There are always situations where, things will happen where a brother could not be, what could become an anomaly. But in general, a lot of brothers out there, because you make a lot of money, because you have a lot of success in something, because your mom put you through college, they don't automatically make you a real man. It just don't. That's something that you must learn. You must receive that tutelage. All right? You must receive this. And that's the situation that the black America doesn't want. You want to complain about 50-50 guys, but black America doesn't produce them. Where? Are these guys supposed to figure it out because they're guys? Like, let's be honest. Excuse me, guys. And I'm going to let this video rock. But I'm sick right now. I'm still going to give y'all this work because I'm ghetto. So, that's the truth of it. Okay? It is what it is. And he's absolutely right. 50-50 guys are coming from two-parent homes. And if sisters want 50-50 guys, or don't want them, you want 100-0 guys, it's simple. You can start right now by getting married. You can start right now by staying married. And you can start right now by picking guys that are provider types so that your son can learn that. And also, here's a double-edged sword. A lot of sisters say they want a 100-0 guy, but they pass on a lot of these guys all the time. A lot of sisters will say one thing and do another. I want a 50-50, 100% guy. I want a provider. But then when the guy comes around, oh, well, he's corny. Oh, he don't really turn me on like that. Oh, there's other things. And let me go deal with the 50-50 dude or a dude that you got to take care of because he looks good, he's sexy. But then you want to complain about that. See, a lot of women, on the other hand, because there's no father in the home, they don't know how to select a provider guy. If he's there, they can't even, if he's right there in their face, they don't know what the attributes are. They don't know. They can't fathom, what does he look like? What does he act like? They don't even know the qualities of a guy who can do real things. And then you get mad when these kind of guys leave the black community and go get a white girl. You get mad when these guys leave the black community and go get an Asian girl. You get mad when they leave the black community and go get a Latino girl. You get mad when they leave the black community and go over to DR or Brazil, wherever they're going. Where they go to more cultures that can respect guys who are wanting to be family men. And it works both ways. So that's my take on it. Shout out to everybody. Subscribe at the bell. Shout out to those who want to subscribe to us on Patreon. Patreon.com/NegroManosphere. The website for black men. We speak on black men issues. Support what we're doing. $5 a month. It's the first comment pinned to the top. We have several writers, over 1,100 articles. We've been posting about 2 to 3 times a week, but we're going to start back posting every day. So thank you for supporting us. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.